Hey, what's up, guys? Israel Salom here. So, had another dream last night. It was pretty interesting. It kind of was, it basically kind of confirmed some things. We'll get into that in a little bit. I'm gonna try to make this video short as possible for you guys. I know your time is valuable. Uh, so we'll just get right into it. So the updates right now are that uh, back in September 21st, right when I set up a limit order for uh, uh, Digibyte and XRP at the zero point zero 0.01 Digibyte and the 0.25 XRP. I went to sleep that night and I had 5 minutes of sleep, and then I had a dream and woke up and recorded it down, and this was that dream, and I went back to sleep after that. But basically, it was really good. It was basically confirming that if you can get in at those prices, the limit orders would work, and that at least on Uphold, and that you would be like, it would be like winning the lottery. You can go do whatever you wanted to do. And so I just wanted to add that those drawings right here on this side on this picture, but this is the same picture. And then moving on, in the Discord that I follow, this guy Chris had a dream that basically, to sum it up, XRP was crashing, but Dogecoin was staying steady. And then he was able to get in at the 0.19 level. For some reason, in his dream, he wanted to get into the 0.19 level. Um, so, uh, that kind of is telling me that we're soon to be headed back to 19 cents. Um, as Dogecoin. I'm already in Dogecoin. I got in at 0.25 cents. I'm just gonna hold it and just not make too many trades. I forgot about this one when I was buying Doge. You'll see why I got excited about Doge again. When I had seen this originally, I didn't know really what it meant. Um, Ho Young had another dream. He said he had a prophetic dream that Doge, Cardano, and XRP would be taken off at the same time, but Dogecoin would be taken off much faster. And he saw that Doge had 19 on it, so that means that at 19 cents, Doge would be getting going up really high. That combined with the 19 cents level that Chris was dreaming about means that that's kind of the entry level right now. Um, and now, what does that mean? Entry to what? Because we had been thinking about that there would be a. I had a dream that Doge would do a flash crash at 19 cents and then take off, to over $10. Um, and so that doesn't actually leave any room for that flash crash. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of confusing at that point. So 19 is actually a significant number for sure that a lot of people are getting for Dogecoin. Um, so I received this message from one of one of the one of the guys that he emailed me on here on YouTube and sent me this, and basically this is like a zoomed in picture of it. It says that his friend got a message from a friend of his, and she sent him a dream. Apparently, she didn't know anything about cryptocurrency or investing, and was totally unaware of all this stuff. And the dream, she had a chart with several lines going up representing different cryptocurrencies. Uh, it was focused on one called Doge, um, and then she said that it was special on the chart, and then it goes up to 0.90 cents. And then she said it was very specific, and then crashes down to basically crashes down to the 0.21 level. Um, and they were buying it at around 0.21. And then she saw the line drop down to exactly 0.06. So that kind of confirms that, yeah, there is going to be another crash around 0.19, which is what I had dreamed about. So basically, we're going to go from where we are now to 0.19, and then we're going to go to 0.90, and then we're going to go back down to 0.19, and then we'll do the flash crash then. And that's when you need to have the limit order in place, because even though it's saying people were able to buy it at 0.06, um, she saw the line quickly going up, which is what I had dreamed about. I mean, this line it went up fast, and in the dream I had last night, uh, it was going up super fast again. So we'll get into my dream in a second. That was basically it. So, and I'll summarize this in a little bit. Okay, that's the end of that. But okay, moving on here. That's her dream, right? That she was having. The second part of that. I already showed you that. This is my dream. It's this next three tabs. This unimportant, but it starts here, right? It says Doge goes to $1,500 before crashing to zero and going through some pipes. So in the dream, it was basically like, I mean, it was happening fast. Like people were, I guess people were buying Doge up to $1,500 really quickly, but it wasn't happening like overnight. It was happening like, I mean, the vibes that I'm getting from these dreams is that it's gonna be like 3 to 8 years, probably around 8 years, to see a $1,500 Dogecoin. That's kind of what the timing inside the dream. I can kind of get a slight idea. It's like a feeling that in the dream, this is how much time has passed, and basically, it's not going to be 20 years. It's not going to be 10. It's going to be like 5 to 8. Uh, it's probably not going to be 3, but probably around 5 to 8 years. Probably 8 years. So anywhere basically from 5 to 10 years, but really like 8 years is kind of the time frame to see a $1,500 Dogecoin. And so and then it crashed all the way down to zero. It happened like it went to $1,500, and then quickly it was down to like 550, like the same day. I was checking my phone in the dream, and I saw that it was at $1,500 Dogecoin, and my account was at like $500 million. And I'm looking at it, and my roommate in the dream, I don't know, we were like studying at some. It felt like I was like at a fancy school or something, studying while this is going on, going to university, or I don't know if that means that I'm gonna be studying at a university or just make my life a mission to study. I don't know, and but I was in a room, and I knew my roommate was rich also, uh, and we were like school. We were at school basically. Um, uh, anyway, so it goes down to zero. Oh yeah, and in the dream, so I'm at $500 million, and then like within 30 minutes of looking on your phone, I had that feeling when I saw 1,500 to sell immediately, sell. But inside the dream, I didn't listen to it, and I just kept holding it because it was in like the spiking phase. So I was thinking that in the dream, I was thinking that it might go higher, but it didn't go higher than 1,500, and it was like within 1,500. It could have been. It was less than 1,600, but over 1,500. Does that make sense? So, and I saw it, and I mean, like within that time frame, like maybe 30 minutes or something, it was back at $550 Doge. Like it went way high and crashed really quickly. But in the dream world, that might actually represent like some weeks going on or a month. It might not be 30 minutes. I don't know, but it's gonna happen quickly. Uh, Relatively quickly. I mean, for that kind of money to happen, that would be quick. Uh, and my spirit was scared about the flash crash, and I was shown it was real and what happened before this big move to $1,500 a Dogecoin. I saw the flash crash happening before this a few months. Okay, so I was basically like taken from the apartment into like a classroom and shown this uh, easel, I want to say, but it had a chart on it, and it was a chart of the price of Dogecoin, and it had this big gigantic mountain where it went up to $1,500 and like crashed back down. It looked like a giant, like a mountain, basically. But before that, it was like these little teeny tiny price fluctuations, and it was scaled to where I can see it. But around the point 19 Doge mark, it did the flash crash, and you can see it in the chart. They had drawn it in like crayon or something, um, and it was giving me like elementary school vibes, but it was at like a fancy like private elementary school or something. I don't know. It was a nice classroom, and basically, there is going to be the flash crash that happened around the 19 cent mark, and after that, we're going to go to $1,500 and a Dogecoin, and so I'm thinking that basically, if I take the money I have now, if that ends up happening and I get these fills like it would, I would have $1 billion. But I don't plan to hold every single dollar. But I plan to sell I plan to sell along the way to go to school and stuff. So I should have around 500 million by the time I sell um, for a $1,500 Dogecoin. That would make sense. Um, because if I take the money I have now and just we're able to, you know, do the sell it at 0.86 on a limit order, and then because it might go to 0.90 for a second and then drop back down. So I want to make sure I get a fill. So I do like a 0.86, 0.87 limit sell, and then set up the buy order for it might be going to 0.06, but I want to set it for like a 0.0725 to make sure that my order gets filled, because Uphold is kind of wonky. I don't trust it for getting an exact price filled. Um, and so if I were to do that perfectly with the money I have now, and then hold it till it's $1,500 Doge, and then sell again, I would have $1 billion, like that, like a little bit over $1 billion. Um, and so that would, you know, that doesn't make sense, because that's gonna be 8 years from now. Along the way, I'm gonna sell, to try to, go to school and build up a company. Probably just straight up go to school, and then once I get to 500 million, I'll start a company. So I'll probably just do some stuff. I just don't know exactly, but it does make sense that it would be worth a lot of money though, even if I sell along the way. Uh, but basically, like I was at the end of the dream, I was it switched, and I was like not musically gifted in the vocals, and just kind of praising God like King David did. I mean, in a way, it's kind of embarrassing, but I was just doing it. Uh, yeah. So those are the three. They're the same here. I just was skipping them inside the app, but yeah. So this is the summary. Is this right here? This is basically like my plan now. It's kind of switched a little bit because of this whole new point 0.90 back to point 0.19 news, and that's really the main change. Also, the $1,500 sell target is the main news. So, uh, and also like Doge is supposed to go to zero point 0 something. I saw that it was going, like when it was going to zero, it went through like some pipes. It was like neural network pipes, weird like an organic, uh, you know, matrix pipes. I don't know, something weird. It was like it was still able to be bought and sold under $1, but it was like it was going through some kind of like path. I guess maybe they were upgrading it or something like that before they launched crypto 2.0 or whatever. But crypto is gonna die basically, guys. Like after $1,500, it's gonna die. All the cryptos associated with it are gonna be, um, all cryptocurrencies are gonna go under $1, and then it'd be a great opportunity to buy it again, because I had my first dream I ever had on this stuff was that Doge would go to $125,000, and then it would crash to 20,000. And along the way, everybody was frantic. They didn't know uh, what to do about it. They just would it would just do massive pumps and dumps along the way up to $125,000, kind of like how it's doing now. But it was more consistent than what it was doing now. It didn't crash back to like a zero in the original dream I had. That's why I was thinking just hold my Doge forever, because it's just gonna just do these 30% retraces along the way, and then it'll get there eventually. But I just didn't know when that would happen. But it's turned out to be a little bit more advanced than that, to try to maximize the kind of money. Um, but yeah, I stick with the limit orders, and I don't think cold storage is going to be an issue until after the crypto winter, because it's still kind of like, I mean, the basic brokerage security should be enough, at least for uphold. But I don't know. I mean, I plan to hold just like maybe like 10% in cold storage, and the rest just sitting on the brokerage, because it's basically a bank. I mean, they can hack the bank. You just got to have use the two-factor authentication, have strong passwords. Uh, write everything down on paper. Don't put it on the internet. Watch what you type in. Don't type anything, because they can have a keylogger. Um, so just stuff like that. So, um, but I don't know. I mean, I would be devastated if I got ripped off for millions of dollars. Uh, and some people have dream. You'll have to research this yourself. I can't remember. I don't want to even throw out any names, but people were saying that some of the major like Binance would go under. I can't remember. You'll have to look that up. It was and that's a big brokerage, So I'm not gonna just. I was actually planning on using that one, but I don't know. But people say Uphold is good. Binance might survive. I don't know. I'm not trying to say anything about it, but research this scene and give some, maybe put it up on the comment section if you find out that certain brokerages are supposed to go under. I didn't really do in-depth research on that after I found out about Uphold, um, because like it's just good because I haven't had any dreams that my brokerage is not safe, you know. So like it's good. And then hold some money back for taxes, guys. All right, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I know it's a little bit longer. I tried to um, distill as much information as possible for you guys. But if you like it, leave a comment. And if you want to get a hold of me, my email address is jacob.a.mcmichael@gmail.com. And you can, I'll post it in a comment if you want to get a hold of me. I don't know if it's already on there or not on the about section of my page, but that's if you want to get a hold of me, just comment and I'll reach out to you. All right, later, guys.